What's up, y'all? We are on another episode of Gems with Jewels. I am your girl, Amber.jewelz. In today's topic of conversation, we are going to talk about graduation ceremonies, what's going on at these graduation ceremonies, whether it's college or high school. Well, first of all, let me start off by talking about the behavior of some, if not a lot of these graduates at these ceremonies. In this particular case, it's more so high schoolers when it comes to this observation. But I noticed like a lot of graduates, they dance, they jig, they celebrate after they get their diploma walking across stage, especially when they get off stage and getting ready to take their seats again. I see, here's the thing. And a lot of people may not agree with me on this, but I don't agree with that. I think that graduation ceremony should be a ceremony. Well, when I was growing up, like back in my high school days, um graduation ceremonies was a ceremony where it's like more class. People tend to tighten up with a dress code, tighten up with their behavior. It was a little bit more elegant. I'm not saying you got to act like you're in the military and be like hella, stiff, or act like you finna go visit the White House or anything. I'm not saying it like that, but it was a certain level of standard that came with these types of events. And these clips that I've been seeing lately and for the past few years time around graduation season, I'm always seeing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Kids cutting up, in my opinion, it's just acting a fool of me. You know what I'm saying? All the dancing and the jigging. And me personally, because I understand it's more of a Louisiana thing, specifically a Baton Rouge thing. And I'm from Baton Rouge, so I know how we get down. I understand the culture of it, the jig and the dancing. And I'm with it, the jigging and dancing. I'm from it. But I'm also I also understand that there's a time and place for everything. I'm not against the jigging and the dancing and the cutting up. Like, y'all gotta understand, these kids weren't just doing like quick 1-2 steps and just a quick, da 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 and going about their business. Like, these kids is slamming their diplomas down, slamming their graduation caps down, taking off their shoes. A lot of these ladies are taking off their shoes and they cutting up. Like, you would think they getting in a dance battle like they doing it for Lil Saint. I seen a couple of videos where they was hitting backflips and cart flips. And I'm just like, oh no. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's mad comments saying I'm happy for them. Let the kids celebrate. You have no idea what these kids might have been through. And I'm not saying like life be life and has an age limit to it. I'm not saying that, but goddamn, like some of y'all talking about these kids like they came back from war or something. You don't know what these kids have been through. Like, well, goddamn, what have they been through to be cutting up like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's not an accomplishment, because it is, but I just believe it's a time and place. Back in my day, because just a quick personal story about me, I graduated from McKinley, McKinley High School. And back in my day, our principal, Mr. Brown, before the day of graduation, he made it clear. He called us section by section, and he made it clear to the whole class that, you know, don't try them. Like, act accordingly, act like you got some sense, act like, you got some class, walk across that stage, shake your hands, take the picture, maybe wave to your people when they holler for you, and take your seat. And then afterwards you can, celebrate and do whatever you want to. And he was just like, if you try me, you ain't gonna do nothing but delay your process of getting your paperwork. And that was that. And we did exactly that. We held it down during the graduation, and then after the graduation was over with, as we was going through the tunnel to head outside to meet our family and friends, then we cut up. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no what you seeing in these clips nowadays. We wasn't having that. So yeah, and I just wanted to speak on that. Like, we need to bring back the standard of behavior back. Because I mean, if we let everything fly, then what's next in the past 5 to 10 years? Next thing you know, kids gonna be taking shots on the floor during graduation. They gonna be having sections with hookahs. Like, when is enough enough? And again, I'm gonna reiterate, I'm not against celebration and jigging and dancing and have a good time, but do it at the after party, the block party. At the very least, wait till you get in the parking lot with your family and friends, then cut up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like it's an organized dance. Like, cause I ain't gonna hold you, when I see these college graduates and I see some of these frats and sororities strolling, that's a little different. Cause for one, it looks like it's after the ceremony is over with and it's organized. They not all over the place dancing, like low key hazardous. Like, it's organized, you know what I'm saying? And they look like they exiting out the building anyway, so it's just a little different, you know what I'm saying? But that's that on that. I know a lot of people may not agree with me on that, but then again, a lot of people will. Whether you agree with me or not, that's just where I stand on that. We need to just draw a line again in the sand on what's acceptable and what's not. So that's that about behavior at graduation. But also, what I want to talk about is AI being used at these graduations. Y'all seen these videos of well, it was a video at this school where they was using an AI program to call out the graduates, and I guess it was a glitch in the system, and basically a lot of students didn't get their name called, and basically had to, I don't know, figure it out. And this is just an example of how AI is getting unhealthy, and it ain't nothing like the human touch experience. Cause when I seen the clip of what happened, I was just like, okay, that's fine. So technical difficulties, I can understand that. But my thing was, I was just like, okay, so can't nobody read anymore? Like, get somebody. Y'all don't have a list of students, get somebody to go up on the podium, get you a list of students, and start reading them students names one by one. Do it the old fashioned way, because them students ain't pay college tuition and invest their time and money and stuff just to for y'all to be like, oops. No, run it back. Run the whole thing back and just call these students' name out. That would have been the proper thing to do. But they talking about well, just get your picture and go. No, no, no. Their alternative to that situation wasn't enough, in my opinion. Like, nah, just run the whole ceremony back and call their names out. To hell with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. And then I'm also seeing how these speakers, how people be having speakers at these graduations. I'm seeing, I seen a couple of speakers where they was talking about how AI is gonna be like the new wave of society, and it was a lot of graduates booing, like boo, because these students, they know, like, basically, I done basically kind of got a degree for nothing unless I get lucky. Cause they see these robots and AI taking jobs like at a rapid rate, to the point where the shit is getting concerning and scary and eerie. And they know these graduates ain't stupid. They can see. Like, they seeing and hearing, like, yo, it ain't friendly out here in the job market. Like, it's really like God be with you. So to hear a speaker that, usually people get speakers to motivate you about life, and taking life by the horns and being the best version of you can, and just chase your dreams and da da da. Man, them graduates was born boo AI. Like, that should let you know something right there. Like, the generation that's up and coming ain't feeling AI. At least not this level of AI. See, it was cool and it was cute and it was convenient when it was just a convenience. But now that these AI robots is legit a competitors for our way of living, it's just like, man, hold on. We need to put a little limit to how we using AI. Cause at this point, they kind of putting a lot of people out of a job. And if we can't work, we can't eat. And if we can't eat, it's gonna be mayhem. So it's like it's gonna be chaos. So these graduates, they see what's coming and they're not excited. So it's just like, even in the tech world, because at first it was like, well, start looking for jobs in tech because that's where society is headed. Yeah. Now it's even tech people are starting to get laid off because the robots is taking their jobs too now. So it's just like, Man, that was a wake up call. And I mean, boo after boo after boo, to the point where I thought tomatoes was finna be thrown. I'm like, oh, oh, like this is very telling. But yeah, man, like graduation season for the past few years have been interesting. Especially this year. But yeah, we gotta raise the standard back as far as our behavior at these graduations. Ain't nothing wrong with having dancing and jigging as the culture, but I also believe there's a time and place. Wait till the after party, folks, to cut up. I'm not against celebration, but just wait. It's a time and place. Just wait, wait, well, wait, wait, wait. It's okay. I ain't like I'm saying just don't celebrate at all. I'm just saying wait until the ceremony is over with. That's all. And that's how I feel about that. And then as far as like AI, these kids ain't having it. These graduations is seeing, these graduates is seeing, hey yo, like these robots is like this is getting scary. You know what I'm saying? So tighten up on the behavior and tighten up on the level of AI usage. Just tighten up all together. So yeah, Gems with Jewels, graduation season based off these videos and clips have been very interesting. But yeah, that's just my little 2 cents on all that. Like, comment, subscribe, and congratulations to all the graduates. I can't leave that out. Congratulations to all the graduates out here. You know, regardless on how dark the economy may look right now, it's an accomplishment. You did your thing. Keep thriving and keep shooting for the top. Keep chasing your dreams, no matter how it look out here. Keep going for it. So yeah, Gems with Jewels, like, comment, subscribe.
Gotta keep going, move like a river, gotta stay flowing.